Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you are listening. I'm Janey and I am your host this morning for the Journey with Janey podcast. And we are into season 2, The Quiet Reset, a space for reflection, release and rediscovery, a moment to breathe and come home to yourself. So, the title for today's podcast is Men, Masks and Meaning, and I'm linking this to Movember. So there's something about this time of year that makes me think of the men in my life and the things that they carry in silence. Maybe it is the Movember thing, the whole awareness of us all being a bit kind of like, oh, the men are out there growing their moustaches, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's the early darkness setting in over the fields. And, you know, last night it wasn't even 5 o'clock and the darkness was coming in. Maybe it's the stories I hear from families about inheritance, land, responsibility, and all the conversations that never quite happen. They maybe happen in their heads, but not where they should be happening. Whatever it is, this month has a way of bringing men right to the edge of themselves. Not in crisis, though sometimes it's that too. And what I want to say is it's the quiet ways. Only those close to them can see that there's just that little something that's not, I don't want to say not quite right, but there's that little something. So I know there are many women farmers out there, and this is by no means douching you as women farmers because I'm focusing on the men today. I know too well the struggle of females in the farming environment, but that is a story for another day. And I know I've probably touched on it in the past episodes as well. So for today, I'm focused on Movember. And as my friend Ross Steele, who is a fellow Dynamite delegate and high performance coach, owner of OMEGA Fitness, has kindly put together some info in his words about Movember. So I'm literally going to read Ross's words to you. November is a vitally important month on the calendar for men, not only because it's Men's Health Awareness Month, but because millions of men and women, Mo-Bros and Mo-Sistas, unite to join the Movember mission to raise awareness around men's health, spark conversations and raise funds to support amazing life-saving programs delivered globally by the Movember Foundation. The disturbing statistic is that on average, we lose one man every minute of every hour to suicide globally, and 3 out of 4 suicides in the UK are men. In such an advanced technical age of civilization, I find myself asking the question, have we really advanced at all if we continue to witness these kind of statistics? The need for increased awareness and understanding of mindset and its impact on men's mental health on a global scale has never been greater. By helping men build healthier connections and relations with themselves first and foremost, through a greater understanding of who they are at their source and the personal power they have within, we can drive and accelerate real lasting change on the face of men's health. A change that ushers in a fresh new world of men's health that promotes open conversations, social connections, and educated communities that empowers and awakens minds so men can truly thrive from the inside out to live happier, healthier, fitter, stronger, longer, more successful and fulfilled lives. That's the importance of Movember, and it's the mission my Mo stands for. So thanks to Ross for sending those amazing words through, and I will add that down into my description at the end of the podcast and links to get in touch with Ross if any of you gentlemen out there wish to speak to Ross and find out more about what he does. So if I go back to the farming kind of analogy, obviously that's where my heart is, and I've seen it in farmers who've had the same land in their family for generations, the weight of the legacy, the unspoken expectations, and the biggest thing, the fear of getting it wrong. The paperwork that feels like a verdict on the work that you're doing, because you can't be outside doing what you want to do. You have to be inside doing all the paperwork. And also in the current climate, obviously, there's a big issue with the inheritance tax and the desire to protect what's been built, mixed with the quiet exhaustion of always being the one that has to hold it together. And I've seen it in the men who I've stood beside, none more so than Jonathan, steady as the horizon, always involved in the village fireworks, like I've mentioned at the beginning of the Quiet Reset podcast thing. Sleeves rolled up, calm voice, lighter in hand to set off the fireworks for the people, lighting that cold night sky with the beautiful sparks, with the quiet confidence that soothed everybody around him. But underneath, what was actually going on? Was it the let's sweep it under the carpet and, the stresses just not getting talked about? Men hold and hold and hold and keep on pretending that everything's okay. Masks are slipping at the edges, but never fully coming off. They might kind of talk a little bit, share with their loved ones, but maybe not with the people who really need to hear what they want, what they need to say and what they need to let go of. We often talk about men being strong, but I think the real strength comes from them being seen for the person that they actually are. The moments that they say, I don't have the answers, or this is heavier than I thought, or a whole array of different things where they are actually being open and honest. Something I mentioned last week, when I was talking about the flame and the fire walking, and it's something that I've come to understand and has really helped me, is understanding there is no darkness, only the absence of light. We have no dark switch. We are the ones who dim ourselves to survive. And my feeling, my thinking, I suppose feeling, and my personal feeling is men have been taught in ways that become almost invisible, especially in the farming world. Emotion is a very private thing. Deal with it later thing. It's a let's sweep it up under the carpet kind of thing. Let's keep the stiff upper lip and, be okay when anybody asks. But later doesn't always come. And I, for one, know that. So If you're listening today and you're recognizing you, know from me to you, there is nothing unmanly about your feelings. We're all built for connection and finding that one person, that tribe, that group of people, to actually allow you to open up, be honest with yourself as we heal through honesty, not through hiding from it. And in that group, when you find your tribe, if one person speaks out, you will find it gives permission to others to speak out and express their feelings too. So today, find meaning not in the holding everything in, but allowing others to see you, to be seen, heard, and respected. In my grief to growth work, I know we're not on about grief and things today, but grief to growth is, grief can be anything. So grief links into all those things that I've mentioned, the generational things, and almost anticipatory grief because we don't know what's going to happen in the budget, and we don't really know what is going to happen with our farming legacy, as it were. So yeah, in my grief to growth work, I talk about emotional permission, which is what I'm saying. When one person speaks, the other people go, oh, maybe I'd feel better if I spoke about that. So for men, it's often a small start. That one word, even if it's just I can't even think of something as an example, but you know, that one kind of like when somebody says, how are you doing? Are you okay? And you just go, no. Because if you're not okay, saying no is exactly what you need to say. Not the, yeah, I'm fine, and the sweep it under the carpet scenario. So it's that one word. It's that being able to release the emotions, that one tear that might roll down your cheek, just to show that that there is that moment of holding it all together is starting to unfold. And you can, like Ross mentioned, the strength of our minds and understanding the power that we have with our minds to move forward. So today, you may well be a man listening to this. For all those who aren't, I want to hold a quiet space for those men who don't know where to put their grief, their exhaustion, their questions, or their truth. For the ones standing in fields before dawn, feeling the pressure of generations on their back. For the men who signed papers they didn't want to sign. For the sons who became the strong ones too soon. For husbands and partners who think they must always be invincible. For the friends who laugh the loudest, but feel the most alone. And for the men whose mask slips in the smallest moments. The breath before a sentence. The look away. The too quick, I'm fine, I'm okay. That's where the meaning begins. That is the tiny crack where light gets in. In the moment, we recognize there was never a dark switch, just that flame waiting to be shared again. As always, thank you for listening today, and do take care. Do spend time with that man, the man in your life, no matter who it is, your son, your husband, your partner, your dad, your granddad. They might just want to talk about something. And if they say they're not okay, listen. Don't try and fix, just listen. So from me to you, have a brilliant day today, and I will see you all back here next week. Thank you for joining me on the Journey with Janey podcast. It's always a pleasure to be with you on a Wednesday or whenever you are downloading and listening to the Journey with Janey podcast. All I ask is that you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And also remember, there are ways of contacting me through my website on www.journeywithjaney.com. There's a contact button to book a call, which is a free 15-minute call, and all the details of the ways to work with me are on my website. I'm always available for a chat, a DM, or just a message via LinkedIn or Instagram. We all have the social handles now. Just drop me a message and let's talk. And remember, we don't have to do this alone, which is exactly why I am here to help guide you on this journey. I am the me that I needed 3 years ago, and I hope and feel that I can help you on your journey of moving forward by taking small, simple steps. So from me to you, take care.